Welcome back to Info-Tainment. We have a lively discussion, good information, hip hop, the present state of hip hop. In our third segment, we want to bring about some solutions. We don't just want to talk about the problems, because too many times we talk about the problem without offering any real solutions. So that's what we want to do. You know, what can we do about what's going on in hip hop today?
During the commercial break, Prophecy made a point about how to get the Rick Rosses and the Lil Waynes off of what they're on and back into the collective mind state. I think in order to do that, I mean, that's going to take a lot of work, because that really plays into the values of a person. Most people are money hungry. It takes a money hungry mindset to want to perpetuate what's going on with hip hop right now. In order to get somebody off the individualistic mentality into the collective, it's going to take some mental transformation before you can actually get somebody on some unified stuff. Because it's like the major label companies, I mean, to want to join a major label, it's like you're getting paid to keep quiet, to hush up. You know what I'm saying? But the money's really good, you know. So if somebody, you know what I'm saying, coming out the ghetto, the hood, or wherever they're coming from, it doesn't have to be the hood, wherever they're coming from, to see this and say, wow, he's living good, I want to live good. He's looking good, I want to look good. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. I know that situation's bad. I know there's, you know, drugs. I know there's violence, you know what I'm saying? I know there's the whole mentality, if you will. But, I mean, it's money.
I agree with that. I think that's definitely one of the main things that we have to do. Make them look unattractive. Make that lifestyle look unattractive. And then balance it off with, as we make that look unattractive, we have to make what Common and Talib and the great MCs that we have left. We have to make Lupe's, you know, certain who's a fairly new cat in the mainstream industry. We have to make what they're doing look like this is what's supposed to be done. So we do that, and then you start seeing the scales get tipped a little bit. Because the people just need a choice. Because right now we don't really have a choice. There's no balance. Right now we're being told what we have to like. And it all sounds the same. And I think if we give them a choice, because a lot of the cats who listen to the stuff that's going on today, they haven't heard half of the artists that we grew up with. Yeah. So we just need to balance it out.
I think it all boils down to control. Because right now, even though we dominate the industry as far as the amount of artists or the artists who are out there, we have no control over the industry. For the industry, we're like y'all said, we've been told we don't have a choice. And the reason why we don't have the choice is because those who are in control of the media, the record industry, the record labels, are people who don't have our best interests in mind. So one of the things that we have to do is we have to gain that control. And it is as simple as just us getting over ourselves and understanding that we have the power, we have the ability, we have the resources to do anything that any major record label has. You know, we have money. Black people spend over $600 billion every year, but we have to have the right mindset. And we go back to education, because we have to be educated to be independent, because we're being educated to be dependent on the ex-slave master to provide us with everything. Even though he's exploiting our resources and our talent to make his pockets fat and destroy our community at the same time. We have to start alternative media sources, because the mainstream media sources are all on some bull. We're in Memphis, Tennessee, and not too many people have ever heard of IMC, Ari, Steel Black C, L.I. Kim the Poet, Brothers Keeper, who else I'm missing? It's a whole lot of artists. Naja.
Cute.
You know, cute. But there are a whole host of artists right here in the city that people don't know about, that are very progressive, very positive, say beautiful message, and have an extremely lot of talent that people just don't hear. So we need to create venues for them to be heard. Sure. You know, so
I think Liberation TV is doing it right now, which is why we're having this discussion. We have to really become, and you probably touched up on this, but we have to really become the right kind of consumers of music. I don't really have a big problem with the language about our gender baselines or whatever with women. I think women need to be smart enough to know that if these guys are disrespecting me, I'm not going to buy their music. But I think if we break this down statistically, we'll see that the majority of the people buying hip hop today are women. which means that they like the stuff that they're saying. And Karis one said something a long time ago, attention should never be placed on the group, but it's the record buying public.
Yeah.
If the record buying public is saying, hey, I like you, call me B's, call me O's, I bought your album, I'm not going to take it back, then they're going to continue to say those things.
You brought up an interesting fact that I got to touch on before we leave.
Please.
When you said, the majority of people who buy music will be women, which is true in a sense, but actually by numbers, the majority of people who buy rap music are white people.
White teenagers in the suburbs.
White people in the suburbs.
Yes.
So if you think of it like that,
that's who we're catering to.
Yeah, it's no surprising you get a lot of black people calling each other the N-word and talking about killing each other and disrespecting each other and all this type of stuff. It is catered to a white audience.
Of course.
Yeah, but, we love to go all day. Unfortunately, we just don't have enough time. You got something you want to say before you
tell
leave?
your viewers to continue this going. This discussion don't have to stop with us. It continues on with them. You let them know.
Exactly. We encourage you to, like Brother Q said, continue this discussion at home, in the barbershop, with your children, with your friends, with your neighbors, whatnot, because we need dialogue. This is Liberated TV. We enjoy it every week. Thank you for allowing us to come into your home. Peace, y'all.
Liberating the minds, black people.
It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep from going.